of course, very hard for us and also for them. Coming back to this, here's a chapter. Feet tramped wearily along the muddy path. The refugees proceeded in silence, observed and assimilating the entire surrounding. They were busy into that. The vibrant sand-covered vistas of sin, the sounds of their language, resonating around them were still so clear in their minds. What is this place? What is this place? Ye kedi jagah hai? What could we expect here? From a distance, the weary procession looked like a caravan in the desert, returning home in the dusky hours of twilight. Tiny tots clung to their mothers and grandmothers. Some carried their children in their arms or on their shoulders. Middle-aged men walked with jute bags heaved across their shoulders. Young men balanced trunks and boxes on their heads. Young women held on to the bundles of cloth they carried in their arms. Bajo walked in front, leading them. The others followed. They were escorted by 2 government officers along with a few constables. They were talking to Bajo. Any trouble while coming? Yes, everybody faced trouble, Bajo replied briefly. I mean, were you looted, assaulted? Was anyone killed on the way? Yes, we were assaulted brutally. 3 of our young men were killed. All our belongings were snatched. But we retaliated. We retaliated and they ran away. Bajo told the officers what had happened to them as they left their homes in Shehzad Kotla Khana. The trains were too dangerous, and they had traveled to Karachi to board a ship to Bombay. On the way, they had been stopped and robbed of the few precious belongings they had been able to carry as they fled their ancestral homeland. The ship was overcrowded. And after 3 rough days, they camped on the docks in squalid conditions. The topic of conversation changed as they entered the camp. Bajo could see that the barracks were somewhat dilapidated, but promised a more comfortable home than the Bombay docks. The shrubs and trees, the brick walls, and the red roof tiles, and the red soil of the paths inside the camp, everything was strange, so different. All right, see, there are 185 blocks, some double rooms, some single. Double rooms are for large families, single for small families. The officer pointed to the rooms as they walked along the street. Everybody will get a place to live here. One of the officers observed with satisfaction. This camp has plenty of blocks, so don't create any trouble, okay? Trouble? Bajo bristled at his choice of words. I mean, I didn't mean that. I mean, no fighting, no jhagra bigra. Do you think we have come here to fight? Do you think we have come here to fight? Bajo counter-questioned him angrily. I didn't mean that. Just tell your people what I meant. The officer sensed that what he had said could lead to trouble and said nothing more. Leave that responsibility to me, Bajo assured him with dignity. What's your name? Bajo. Bajo Gajwani. See, Bajo, you allocate rooms to every family. Decide among yourselves, try to see that everybody gets a place of their choice. Don't worry, Bajo assured him. He signaled the group to stop, explained to them how the rooms will be allocated. The sun was going down in the sky, but there were oblivious to the splendid rainbow colors that had settled onto the low hills. The journey was long and tiring. The journey from Kolhapur to Bombay was about 300 miles by train. The electric train from Bombay to Pune took about 3 hours, and then it was a 14-hour journey on a narrow steam engine, passing through mountain ranges and rivers. There was anguish. There was anguish at the constant movement and uncertainty, but hope for the future rose. Hope for the future rose during that beautiful journey with rich vegetation, clusters of trees, pastures with cattle grazing, and two-wheel carts pulled along country roads. At Miraj, they had changed to a passenger train on the narrow meter-gauge line. The train, which they would soon be very familiar with, halted at Jaisingpur, Hatkanangle, Rukri, Valivade, Kolhapur. They got off at Valivade halt. Bajo lay down. His body relaxed gradually, but his mind remained in turmoil with thoughts about what lay ahead. Between them, they had nothing more than 1,000 rupees. How long could they survive on that? How long? And what would happen after that? Sunrise over Valivade.